Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
When Kody Brown ignores Robin and his children, it's evident what's truly wrong with sister wives. For years, Kody Brown has been devoted to Robin, the final wife left in the rubble of sister wives. However, a recent episode revealed one unexpected development: Kody making contact with his estranged children without Robin's help. It was productive, emotional, and oddly, peaceful. That is precisely the issue. For the first time in years, audiences saw Kody and his daughter Aspen having an honest, unfiltered conversation without ego, deflection, or, most importantly, Robin directing every word. As a result, fans witnessed a different Kody than they had seen in a long time. At risk. Sincere. Present. And the most pressing question at the time was not whether he could reunite his fractured family, but whether Robin was to blame for its disintegration in the first place. Kody made headway without Robin. Kody disclosed more than he probably intended during a Valentine's Day recap. He admitted that when flying 8 hours to Utah to see his daughter Aspen, he accidentally ran into several of his other children. However, the reunion was not the only significant occurrence. It was that he went to such lengths to have a vulnerable conversation with Aspen. Kody did not avoid the matter for once. He admitted his love for his daughter, apologized for the pain he caused, and acknowledged his absence. It appeared that fans were watching Kody's first unedited appearance. For the first time in years, the father of 18 felt untainted, profound, and ready to reflect. However, Robin's answer when describing his chat with Aspen is instructive. Despite not having witnessed it directly, Robin continued to characterize it as a confrontation rather than expressing support. Reddit users criticized her for distorting Kody's interactions while his children from past marriages are there. Viewers have often seen this pattern: anytime the original family attempts to reconcile, Robin either intervenes or, as in this case, strives to sabotage it. It is unclear if she is behaving deliberately or in response to a perceived threat. The issue was always Robin. Kody did not want to see. By the time Robin joined the family in 2010, Kody had been married to his first 3 wives for nearly 2 decades. He eventually separated from his legal wife, Mary, to marry Robin. Robin's entrance altered the entire family dynamic, which is one of the reasons Sister Wives is so popular. Robin had a significant impact on Kody's subsequent relationships in terms of terminology, access, and emotional tone. Remember how she highlighted that family gatherings are unsafe during COVID? Even though her nanny and the nanny's husband were free to leave their home, she insisted on strict quarantine rules for everyone else. Given how much he talks about Robin's modeling career, Kody may like the fact that she constantly feeds his ego in a way that his previous wives never did. To make matters worse, she distorts the story such that his older children appear hostile or unfaithful to the family. Regrettably, the damage had already been done by the time the bulk of Brown children became adults. Whether on design or not, she appears to have been successful in isolating him from the most important people in his life. The worst thing is that Robin's sympathy for Kody's children comes across as overblown. Given Robin's inherent tendency to seek control over the situation, it is difficult to believe she truly wants to reconcile. And, if Kody permits it, the most recent Sister Wives episode confirms that this trend is continuing. Although Kody's journey to Utah did not cure all issues, it did show something important. When Robin is not around, Kody becomes less guarded and more emotionally available. He appeared to be having one of his most honest chats with Aspen in a long time. However, Robin's answer made it clear that she saw it as a threat. It isn't about whether Kody can reconcile his damaged family right now. The real question is what has been impeding progress all along, and Robin is the clear candidate. Sister Wives, Janelle reflects on her son Garrison's death and the incredible support from fans. It appears like Sister Wives' 19th season will be the most painful yet. The Brown family, the subject of the reality TV show, has split into many branches since patriarch Kody divorced 3 of his 4 wives. On the most recent edition of the show, Janelle, one of Kody's former girlfriends, discussed how she learned her son, Garrison, had committed suicide. The support of longtime fans of the show has actually been one of the unexpected sources of comfort in my time of grief, she told me. Janelle was shocked to learn about Garrison's death. In the most recent episode of season 19, several other members of the Brown family learned about Garrison's death, and their horror was obvious. His mother, Janelle, revealed that the news of the loss was the most horrific and unexpected she had ever heard, and it caught her off guard. Janelle said that she and her son had been texting all day long immediately before he died, and she had no cause to suspect anything was wrong. Even though they were not in frequent communication, Janelle noted that going a few days without communicating was rather usual for her and Garrison, who was 25 at the time of his death. Now, over a year after his death, she thought on how she attempted to always be there for him, even if it was simply to let him know she was there. She explained that the situation was worsened by Garrison's struggle with alcohol. He would go through periods where he was really good, and then he just would have a binge just as part of the cycle, she said during the interview. Garrison eventually died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in March 2024. Janelle expressed appreciation to her supporters. Viewers of the show are witnessing the repercussions of Garrison's death more than a year later. Janelle has praised the Sister Wives fan community for their love and support since the tragedy, which viewers are still reflecting on. A week after the episode aired, she spoke more about the pain of reliving the loss on her personal Instagram account. She wrote in the caption, "Thank you to everyone for the amazing messages of support since the episode aired," most likely referring to the affection she had received from her social media followers and the show's viewers. During this tough moment, she thanked everyone in her life, especially her surviving family members, in the post's description. In her most private words following his death, she also revealed that she honestly believed she had done everything she could for her son while he was still alive. Even if Janelle disabled the comments on the image, supporters may still express their support beneath her other photos. One of Janelle's birthday images featured a single compliment. "You are an inspiration for the women around you." They went on, "Your self-reliance, fortitude, and composure are simply unparalleled. Janelle, you're fantastic. Having you as a friend would be fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Spread your wings and fly," said another. Janelle appears to be adjusting into the next stage of her life in Santa Fe, which is very different from Arizona, where she raised her children with Cody. Garrison's mother stated that his remains were interred at a fitting final resting place, one of his favorite places in Wyoming. Sister Wives Gwendolyn Brown claims her parents' divorce may have happened without the show. Gwendolyn Brown, of Sister Wives fame, stated in a recent interview with Teen Vogue that her parents' divorce was unavoidable. Her parents, Cody Brown and Christine, have been in a polygamous marriage for almost 20 years. Cody was married first to Mary, then to Janelle, and finally to Christine. He married his favorite wife, Robin, in 2010. Since then, the entire family dynamic has shifted. Christine frequently remarked that she felt like a basement wife in their marriage. This is the worst possible outcome for someone in polygamy. She was tired of everything because the pandemic was still ongoing. She chose to leave. Christine divorced in 2021 and has been enjoying a happy life since. The couple has 6 children. While numerous factors, including the show Sister Wives, contributed to their marriage's demise, their daughter Gwendolyn has a different perspective. Sister Wives, Gwendolyn says she'll never forgive Cody. Cody from Sister Wives never had a good relationship with his other children. His daughter, Gwen, publicly admitted that he loves his younger children above his older ones. More specifically, his children with Robin. She's disappointed in her father for never standing up for her. Gwen believes her father is a coward, and no matter how hard he tries to reconcile, she will never forgive him. According to recent reports, Cody has been attempting to reconcile with his children following Garrison's death. However, he will need to put in extra effort to make things work with Gwen. Sister Wives, Gwendolyn predicts Christine and Cody's divorce. Christine, star of Sister Wives, was the first to decide to leave and start a new life. While many thought the cameras had affected her decision, her daughter acknowledged that the divorce was unavoidable. Gwendolyn was Cody and Christine's 4th child, and she disliked their relationship. She had a strained relationship with Cody and frequently chastised him for being hypocritical. She now lives separately with her wife, and in a recent interview, she admitted that, in retrospect, the cameras influenced many of her family decisions. However, her parents' divorce was not among them. Gwen also told the magazine that her parents would have divorced even if the sister wives' camera was not running. She also revealed that since she was a child, she had always wanted her parents to divorce. Nothing about that marriage was normal, and it constantly felt like a nightmare. There had been difficulty in the marriage since the beginning. Christine said throughout their separation that their marriage was no longer working. Cody was not prioritizing or caring for the children, there was a lack of sex, and she wanted to return to Utah. Christine observed that Isabel's scoliosis surgery was a watershed moment for her. Cody never acted like a father, which devastated her heart. She was no longer interested in polygamy and eventually opted to marry David. Christine and David met through a dating app and were instantly connected. After more than a year of dating, they married, and they are now happily married and successful in their rental business. For more than a decade, Sister Wives has captivated audiences with its raw, emotional portrayal of plural marriage and the inevitable breakdown of a once tight-knit polygamist family. At the center of it all is Cody Brown, the husband of 4 wives, though by 2025, only one remains. Robin Brown, once the youngest and most favored wife, now stands alone in the remnants of a fractured family. But as the most recent episodes of Sister Wives show, the real problem with this family may have been right in front of us the whole time. Fans have long speculated that Robin, despite her outward appearance of compassion and diplomacy, has been quietly controlling the emotional narrative of the family, manipulating Cody's decisions, isolating him from his older children, and exacerbating rifts between him and his ex-wives. However, nothing has made this clearer than a recent episode in which Cody, without Robin by his side, reconnected with his daughter Aspen. The emotional, vulnerable, and authentic conversation that took place was unlike anything viewers had seen from Cody in years. And therein lies the tragedy, and the truth. When Robin is not around, the real Cody appears. And that Cody might actually be capable of healing his family. Cody without Robin, a surprising and sincere shift. For years, fans of Sister Wives have criticized Cody Brown for being disconnected, defensive, and emotionally unavailable, especially with his older children from wives Christine, Janelle, and Mary. Much of this behavior seemed to escalate after his spiritual and legal union with Robin in 2010. But during a recent Valentine's Day recap, Cody made a confession that raised eyebrows and turned heads. He had driven 8 hours to Utah and had an unexpected, heartfelt reunion with several of his children, including a particularly emotional one-on-one conversation with Aspen, Christine's daughter. In that moment, viewers witnessed a version of Cody that had long been missing. There were no raised voices. No justification. No blame shifting. Instead, there was remorse, accountability, and the unmistakable presence of a father who knew he had failed but wanted to do better. He admitted his mistakes, told Aspen he loved her, and for once didn't try to spin his failures as the result of external circumstances. It was strikingly raw, and most of all, it was absent of Robin. This revelation stunned viewers, not just for the emotional content, but for what it implied, that Cody might only be his authentic self when Robin is not present. That his defensiveness, ego, and detachment might actually be coping mechanisms triggered by her influence, or worse, reinforced by her expectations and manipulations. Robin's reaction spoke volumes. It wasn't just Cody's moment with Aspen that exposed the deeper issues in the Brown family dynamic. Robin's reaction afterward was equally revealing. Rather than support Cody's effort to repair his relationships or commend him for taking the initiative, she reframed the entire interaction as a confrontation. Her comments painted the emotional and healing conversation in a negative light, as something adversarial or threatening. Fans were quick to take notice, especially on platforms like Reddit, where longtime viewers dissect each episode with incredible precision. Many pointed out a familiar pattern: anytime Cody reconnects with his older children, Robin either inserts herself into the process or subtly discredits the attempt afterward. Whether consciously or not, she undermines his progress with his ex-wives and children in ways that, over time, have eroded his bonds with nearly everyone outside her immediate family unit. The most unsettling part is that Robin seems unaware, or unwilling to acknowledge, her role in this dynamic.